Cartoons make complex ideas easy to understand and are incredibly effective at teaching and selling. But instead of telling you about how amazing Toonby really is, why don't I...
Nolan knows our autopsy results. What
Hey, what's cracking with it, y'all? What's cracking? Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna have to hook my earpiece up to this too, y'all. There we go. I believe it's coming through my ear now. What up, Toya? What up, Lifer? Man, I didn't clear the screen. Shit. Oh, everything going good in the hood. Everything going good in the hood. How you doing? Taylor Sheen. Nolan Wells autopsy results. We're gonna see what's cracking, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes. Try to let a couple people get up in here real quick. Where are we at? Right here, huh? What's up with you, Gary? That's the name of her channel. Yeah, on TikTok, ain't it? Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Oh, add it in with D. Now, my name will be D Vinci. Just cut that off. Maybe that's what that noise is. Maybe that's what that noise is. Oh shit, Muhammad good, bro. He just brought me some shirts I wanted. Alright, let's see where we at. Shots up, y'all. Oh, there go the camera. I switched the camera up. There you go. That's what that noise is. Oh shit, Muhammad good, bro. He just brought me some shirts I wanted. Alright, let's see where we at. Shots up, y'all. Oh, there go the camera. I switched the camera up. There you go. That's what that noise is. Alright, cool. Still kind of, I guess it's echoey in here because I ain't got no type of nothing. I'm guessing that's what it is. What's good with you, Gary? What's good with you, Toya? Y'all the only two in here with me, huh?
One time last year, I ordered.
Oh, what she say? Hold on. I better not say DoorDash either.
A 10-piece wing from Wingstop on Uber Eats. And when the driver got to my apartment door, he had 2 big bags in his hand. And so I'm like, which one is mine? He like, both. I'm like, both? He like, yeah, both. And he lift the bags up and he like, see, they say Jasmine.
That's fucked up.
I'm looking at the bags. I'm like, that don't say. For whatever reason, I'm trying to be a good Samaritan because I know that.
That dude was stupid. That was stupid. Trying to get right, y'all. Trying to get right. Trying to get right. Okay, we got 4 people in here real quick. Nolan Wells autopsy, y'all. Adonis Live. Let's see what he's talking about right quick. See what's going on with the young brother.
Nolan Wells autopsy results. What are results? What are results?
This was released an hour ago.
The body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured.
The Nolan Wells autopsy has been one of the internet's most talked about subjects at this moment in time. The state's
Facts.
autopsy and the private autopsy is what everyone's waiting for to clarify the specific details on what.
Have y'all heard of this case? Have y'all heard of this case? Nolan Wells went out on a boat with 3 of his buddies and never came back. On the 4th of July, they found him like 2 days later. Crazy work. Trying to find out what happened to him.
Physically happened to the body of Nolan Wells. Now you really want to pay attention to this particular video because the video towards the end is going to be traumatic. If you like this video, before I said this right now, you're a true legend. I truly do appreciate you for always supporting and being here. If you haven't liked the video yet, give this video a like and lock in. Here we go.
Are likely. Attorney Ben Crump said that they would be in on noon at 12 o'clock, but then there were flight delays, and so that stalled it. Mississippi did the initial autopsy. Mississippi is likely waiting on the results of Washington, D.C., and maybe even vice versa, because they should technically align. Now, if there was foul play, would Washington, D.C. be quick to share that information? I don't know. I'm no expert. What I do know is that we're not privy to any of the information. It's for the family, and what we can do is pray for the Wells family. My suspicion, though, is just that somebody's results are in.
This is
Yeah, if Crump and them got theirs in right now, if it was foul play, would they necessarily say something right now? You could, and just blow the case wide open like, hey, he was beaten and suffocated. He didn't drown like they saying or whatever. Or they could play it to get the whole system. Let Mississippi come out with their autopsy, and then if it don't match theirs, then hit them. Like, oh yeah, it's a conspiracy all the way to the coroner. You could play it like that too. Take down their whole system. That's how I would probably do it. I would wait to see what they say.
Is becoming a wild situation. It seems like the public opinion pertaining to the state of Mississippi, they're losing face. Mississippi as a whole is losing trust within the public, was losing trust within the community, and people are looking at Mississippi as an unreliable, untrustworthy place to be in the United States of America. But hold on.
Newsflash. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
Hey, what up with you, Justin? Damn, hella people popped in quick. What's up with you, Justin? About to eat. I thought you was taking a shot. Oh, yup. It just came across my YouTube feed for like the last week. I guess because it happened on the 4th of July. What up, Mama Gigs? Yeah, but let's see what they talking about, because they finding out new evidence. The sheriff of Mississippi tried to say it didn't look like no foul play. But if he was beat up to the point where you couldn't recognize him, and that's why they had to do the dental identification, then he caught in the cross. You get him caught in the cross, and you get the coroner caught in the cross, and you got the judge as one of the boys' mama. She already trying to leave little slick statements. Oh, you get all three of them, you take their whole system down. I feel you, same story, different day. Yeah, they killed him. What up with you, Doc? I think they killed him. But what everybody waiting on is that autopsy. See what they talking about. Dude seem a little
Don't want to release them goddamn autopsy results. They want to get the autopsy results from that independent autopsy before they release theirs. Reason being, if they release their report,
Yep.
and that independent autopsy come back and it's something different than what the fuck they report.
Yeah, I just said that.
It's finna blow a whole motherfucking shithole through that goddamn sheriff's office, and a lot of their fucking cases are under question.
This is a wild situation because...
Yeah, I just said that. I said if I was Benjamin Crump, I would hold my shit until the state released theirs. And I guarantee you the state probably got theirs already, like she just said. And they trying to do the same thing. That way, once they put theirs out, they could just mimic it and basically say the same shit so they don't get caught in no twist. But I will hold that shit until the state, I'll pressure the state to release their shit. Because I don't, on an independent autopsy, you ain't got to release nothing. But the coroner for Mississippi got to, so they could outweigh them. I would.
It seems like everyone's on the same accord. When it comes down to the autopsy, yes, the autopsy for Nolan Wells should have been done for Jacksonville, for Mississippi. It should have been out already. Why is it going to come out? Is it going to come out around the same time that the Washington, D.C. report comes back, or the independent report comes back? And if that is, why is that so? This is on your particular land. This is on your particular stadium. This is your area.
All right, watch this. Hear that? That's my wallet. So this is what most wallets still look like. Thick, overstuffed, bulky. This
Hold up to 12 cards.
And the feds just popped in. They was all the way around, but I think they got into it now. Probably because Benjamin Crump and them got they shit and showed the feds this what happened to that boy. They trying to say that island like is federal territory. We'll see though.
But Ben Carson and Nolan family don't want to release their independent autopsy results first.
Nope.
Because
sure don't. I just said that.
They know that the sheriff's office can change that report.
Yup. I just said that.
It's a waiting game. Because they want to catch corruption from Nolan parents' side. They want to catch the corruption in the fucking department. But the department want to make sure that there's no scandal. Y'all not thinking. Everybody keeps saying, what are the results? What are the results? They were supposed to have the results by Friday. No shit. Why would I release my results for you to turn around and lie and say you got the same fucking results? But you
I just said that
first. So why your results not out? Y'all got a thing. Just for Nolan Wells. Peace.
This is becoming a crazy situation because at this moment in time, like my question is this: like, if you are a representative of Mississippi or Jacksonville, don't you understand how detrimental this is hurting the actual image of that particular county, state, city, or environment? The world is watching what's going on, and we would expect for you to be handling your business and being due diligently. Some people are saying that the FBI is involved. Some people are saying that this is going a little bit wild and deeper. Corruption is being screened from multiple different comment sections at this moment in time, and I'm just curious, what do you think?
There's a news circuit talking about a riptide and an undercurrent, and this is all based off of the official state autopsy.
Yep.
And if you don't know, like many communication people, you can pay to place news stories. So let's dig a little bit deeper. This was released an hour ago, and it's not good. According to this independent autopsy results, the time of death was somewhere around 1:30 a.m., and that is in the independent autopsy findings. The state claimed 11 p.m. to narrow things even further.
Stop. Now, I'm not sure if this information is accurate at all.
Yeah,
everything is alleged at this moment in time.
Yeah.
He just said that the autopsy says that the time of unaliving was at 1:30 to 2 a.m., but the state already said it was around
everything is alleged.
around 11 p.m. It's a huge gap in time frame right here.
The initial autopsy said that there was bruising. The independent autopsy finds that there were deep wounds. Advanced screening found traces of sedatives previously untested. Now you can make whatever thoughts that you want from those results, but I'm gonna take it a little bit further. CBS interviewed one of the gentlemen on the boat, and I do believe the diction choice does not sound good. We didn't want to see him die, or we didn't want to see him taken. I'm going to leave my opinions away from this story. I'll let you all decide.
This is becoming wild. One of the things that's been alarming me throughout this process is every single time someone addressed the Nolan Wells situation that was from a credible source, they just so happen to be black. That's one of the things, like, there's a whole bunch of Caucasian community here. We haven't seen not one particular person jump out and put themselves into the camera and say, yeah, this is what happened and this is their perspective. It's all been black people trying to reconfirm us, reassure us, and that's an alarming situation. I don't understand why there's only black people. When it's a black particular talking topic, it's always black people that come to
they sending them. Like, why the coach didn't come say some shit? It was the assistant coach, black. Like, hey, go talk to y'all people and tell them, let that shit go. Nah, we ain't letting nothing go. Y'all did some old, they did some old KKK shit to that boy. Especially if that burning and shit is true, like them girls said. If that shit true, they fucked around and did a ritual on that boy. And the parents probably was involved. That's why that judge tried to get on there and clean it up right quick. Yeah, okay.
speak to the representatives of everything. That's alarming to me. That's for me personally, that's a red flag. But I don't know. I'm just still trying to figure it out.
All right, so we want to talk about Nolan Wells today.
So today, we actually know someone that works transporting bodies, human remains, and things like that. So today I got a call from that person, and they were just talking about the body that they
Came across.
Builders. It's not our job title. It's a mindset. Base 44. We're done. Done waiting.
Ooh. That paper says Wells. I'm not sure if this is confirmed to be true or not, but this is alarming. So strap in, pay attention, trigger warning. Here we go.
This was Nolan Wells.
So before knowing all that, he said that the body was mistreated.
Yeah.
It looked abused. It looked like he was tortured. Looked as if he was burnt, maybe.
Where?
Face, body, said he was burnt.
And not only that, his body was mistreated when they transported him.
So as they were transporting him, he was actually face down. So everyone knows when you're transporting a body, when, only a couple of people work that job, they all know you don't transport the body face down. That's kind of very disrespectful. So you always have them face up. Well, specifically his body whatever reason was face down. And me personally, I took that as disrespect.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to the family.
Yes, definitely.
Because all we know is what they put out
on the internet.
But today, we actually found out a lot about his autopsy without even reading the autopsy.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry that family have to go through this. Really just...
I want to give our condolences to the family, as a mom or moms.
Grandmothers.
Dads. Family. Period. We give the most.
If this shit ain't fake, if what they saying is true, them boys toe up. Bro, they hid the phone. The mama had to track the phone and go to their house and get the phone. They had to go to where his car was, to that house, and get the keys, and they act like they didn't have them until one of the girls said it was on his Xbox. That in itself is like, what? Why they have to do all that? And then all of them lawyered up. They all lawyered up and ain't gave no statements, really. The 3 people he was on the boat with, that's crazy. If that was my partner, I'd have been all on the all on the shit, like, man, rest in peace to the homie. We gonna find out what happened, you know what I mean? But all 3 of them dudes that he was on the boat with went instantly deaf and lawyered up. And straight lawyered up. That's crazy.
Prayers to you, and we stand behind you because we know right what really happened.
Right. So,
and at the end of the day, whatever lies those families have covered up, or whatever lies they're trying to cover, we're sorry.
Yeah.
And we're here for you, and we just want you to know that what was seen today
was unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and that's why we want to inform. So what's going on during the transport?
Like that? Something you can be quiet on
at all
when you've seen something.
What's their name though? Why we can't see their TikTok right here? I wonder if he linked it in the video. Gotta go check their channel out and see if they real people. Make sure they not AI. Cause them is some crazy allegations to say he was burnt and beat. Which would mean they would have had to take him home. They didn't do that on the island. Unless they just hung out until everybody was gone. And then pulled back up and finished him off like that. If not, they took that boy back to land. And then after they did what they did, took his ass back out to the island and dumped his body. Because they say they found him washed up on shore. That shit crazy.
It's so heartbreaking as a child, go through something traumatic.
Traumatic, yes.
It hurts to know that that was done to him in the ways that we can't even express.
Right.
And as a person, you should have some type of humanity.
Right.
And I felt like those people who was transporting him did not have humanity in no way, shape, or form. Because if I can feel the way I feel about this situation, just listening to what happened, you also can listen to what happened to this child.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, that is a child that you did that to.
Right.
So this child needs justice. Because we're not going to sleep until he gets it.
At all. And I heard the feds are in Mississippi right now. So justice for Nolan Wells.
No matter what.
Our heart goes out to his mom, his family, everybody.
And just know, families, we're coming for you.
Is wild. Traumatic information that's provided from an unconfirmed source at this moment in time.
Yep.
So they say, allegedly, his body was not handled correctly during the transportation.
Allegedly.
And these women allege that he looked tortured in some way. Now, I cannot confirm nor deny that these particular accusations are true, but this is becoming more heart-wrenching with every video that pops up. What are the answers? Will we ever get answers from this particular situation? Will anyone step up to find the truth? Will we find the truth? Will the federal FBI step this actual situation and put not only Mississippi, but the community there on notice? I don't know. From my particular perspective, this is a wild situation to be looking at, and it's so wild that first time I saw it, I made a video on it, and I never expected to get to this particular point where it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and now I'm starting to notice that news people are starting to hop up on it, TV people are starting to hop up on it, and for my particular situation, I'm just wondering, like, yo, do y'all actually care about what's going on? Can this actually be a change for what's actually going on? How can we proceed? What should we do moving forward throughout this particular process? Like, this is wild. I don't know what to do. As I'm saying and thinking, like, I was literally thinking, listening to them, like, yo, like, all right, cool. If we find out what happens to them, what do we do then? What's the course of action? This is a domino effect.
He must not
this
have
is
a link to the original
a pot
video.
boiling right now. How do we use this particular situation to make change for the next generation? Not just talk about it, but be about it. What are your thoughts on this particular situation?
If you're struggling with muddy mixes, let me show you how fast and easy it is to get pro clarity and detail with
he's
Flexion.
supposed to be a good source, right?
Earlier today, the family of Nolan Wells met with the district attorney who confirmed the investigation will eventually be turned over to a grand jury. They're still wondering what happened to the 18-year-old on the July 4th weekend. Let's bring in Anna Schechter, who runs our crime unit. She's joining us right now. Anna, so what are we learning?
If they bringing in the what they say, the jury,
now, Anna, so what are we learning about those new details in this case? What can you tell us? What are we learning about those new who runs our crime unit? She's joining us right now. Anna, so
yeah, if they bring in that grand jury, for who? Oh, yeah, they might already know. Oh, yeah, they got their autopsy. Damn.
what are we learning about those new details in this case? What can you tell us?
Well, we actually have obtained new movement records, GPS data. Our Jared Eggleston and Skylar Henry down in Mississippi obtained this from a Mississippi
they did.
entity.
I remember that
and
too.
And it actually shows exactly where the boat left from when it arrived at Horn Island. You're seeing, as that scrolls down on your screen there, you're seeing that July 4th, that tracking movement, the vessel reaching Horn Island around 11:14 a.m. And then we also see when the boat left. Now, as we've been reporting, Nolan Wells was not on that boat, although his keys and phone were. And so we see the boat then go and actually dock at a different location, then drive overland to the home of the owners of the boat. So this is new information that is all being reviewed by investigators who are still trying to figure out exactly what happened to Nolan Wells, Mugo.
Yeah, his parents have a lot of questions there. Anna Schechter, thank you so much.
Because well, I can't say that. If that turned out to be true, that mean they did that shit on that island. They did that shit on that island. If they did it, supposedly. But I thought I heard a couple people say that they took it to the friend's house and cleaned it. They was cleaning the boat at the dude house who mama's a judge. They're gonna try to get that judge too. She put some shit out.
For bringing us that update.
Most ED treatments do one thing, if anything at all. Finally, I found one that does 5. I switched to Rougiette Ready because I was done planning my sex life around a pill schedule. 5 benefits, 1 sublingual dose.
All right, so what's this? 57 minutes ago. We'll try one more.
For the first time in this entire case, we have something that isn't a witness account, an attorney's claim, or a family member's memory. We have GPS data, an actual time-stamped record of exactly where a boat went, minute by minute, on the day Nolan Wells disappeared. At the same time, his parents sat down directly with the Jackson County District Attorney and announced they're now running their own private investigation alongside the official one. 2 very different kinds of update arriving in the same week. One is hard, forensic, and specific. The other is about process, pressure, and a family refusing to wait quietly for answers. We're going to walk through both and then talk honestly about what the GPS data actually changes here. For weeks now, this case has been shaped almost entirely by what people remember, what people believe they heard, and what people are willing to say publicly. Judges have made statements, friends have given interviews, attorneys have made claims, some of which have since been walked back. Every single one of those accounts has depended at some level on human memory and human honesty, both of which are genuinely fallible, even among people with nothing to hide. GPS data doesn't have that problem. It's the first piece of this case that exists independently of anyone's willingness to tell the truth. CBS News obtained GPS data from the Mississippi.
That was that, let me go back about 10 seconds. Oh, no, not that far. Maybe.
On human memory and human honesty, both of which are genuinely fallible, even among people with nothing to hide. GPS data doesn't have that problem. It's the first.
Oh, they got this picture blown up clear too. But I don't know. This may be an AI generated picture out the video. Because it was a video scanning by and it looked like that was him right here arguing with them. But you know what I see? Look at this dude right here. Oh, y'all can't see his head? What I'm on? I'm on the wrong one. I'm tripping. There you go. Can I zoom that shit in for y'all? Hold on. Because they got it clear as fuck. Look at this shit. That's some misbuilt shit. That's some misbuilt shit. Look how that shit look. And I see a little blue round something right there. What they done did something with AI or something? Fuck these people done did. Oh no, I got that wrong. Did I fuck something up? I guess I did. I hit a button or something. Yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy though. I think that's right.
Piece of this case that exists independently of anyone's willingness to tell the truth. CBS News obtained GPS data from the Mississippi Department of Marine Resources tracking the exact movements of the boat that carried Nolan to Horn Island on July 4th. According to that data, the boat left its dock at approximately 9:56 that morning. It arrived at Horn Island at 11:14. CBS News has previously reported, separately, that Nolan was not on the boat when it eventually departed the island that afternoon. That's the baseline, a normal, unremarkable start to what should have been an ordinary holiday outing.
They didn't have to put this
According to the GPS data, the boat left Horn Island at 4:31 that afternoon and returned to its original departure dock. That timestamp is worth pausing on because it lines up closely with what's already been publicly stated. Judge Ashley Cole, in her own account of that day, said the group left the island around 4:30.
Judge Ashley Cole. Yeah, he probably gonna give up the whole scoop. So in case y'all didn't know, this will catch us up.
Due to the boat taking on water and an issue with the bilge pump. The GPS data now gives that claim something it didn't have before, an independent technical timestamp that roughly matches the account given by one of the families involved. That's meaningful corroboration on this one specific point. It doesn't resolve the larger dispute about why Nolan wasn't on that boat when it left, but it does confirm the boat itself actually did leave around the time it was said to have left. It's worth being careful about how much weight to put on this kind of corroboration, though. Confirming that a boat departed at a certain time doesn't confirm every other detail in the account attached to that timestamp. Judge Cole's statement bundled several claims together: the departure time, the reason for leaving, the bilge pump issue, and Nolan's stated decision to stay behind. The GPS data only speaks to one of those, the timing of the boat's movement. It says nothing about whether the bilge pump genuinely malfunctioned or about what was actually said between Nolan and the friends who left without him. A partially corroborated account isn't the same as a fully corroborated one, and it's worth keeping that distinction clear as this case continues to develop. Here's where the GPS data gets genuinely interesting, and where it introduces a detail that hasn't appeared in any account we've covered so far. After returning to the original dock, the boat didn't simply stay there for the night. According to the data, it left again, traveling into Fort Bayou at 5:52 that evening. It returned to the dock at 6:06. Then, later that same evening, at 7:19, the boat went to the Fort Bayou boat launch. From there, it appears to have been towed overland, presumably by a vehicle, to the residence of the boat's owners in Biloxi. Sit with that sequence for a second. The boat arrives back at its home dock around 4:30 in the afternoon. Then, roughly 90 minutes later, it goes back out for a 14-minute round trip into Fort Bayou. Then, about an hour after that, it makes a third movement to a boat launch before finally being trailered home for the night. Nobody, in any interview, any press conference, any witness account we've reviewed so far, has mentioned this second trip. Not Judge Cole's statement. Not Elmore's account of retrieving the keys, not Javon Williams, not Trace Eston Shepard. This is a documented, time-stamped movement of the boat that, as of this reporting, has no public explanation attached to it at all. There are, of course, entirely innocent explanations available. Boats sometimes need fuel, equipment gets forgotten and has to be retrieved. A bilge pump issue, if genuinely serious, might have required a short trip to check on repairs or to move the vessel somewhere it could be more easily worked on before being trailered home for the night. Fort Bayou itself is a real, navigable waterway in the area, not some remote or unusual destination, so a short trip there isn't inherently suspicious on its face. But innocent explanations aren't the same as confirmed ones. And in a case already defined by unexplained gaps, a missing phone, deleted messages, a 13-hour delay before a formal search began, a fresh, unaddressed gap in the boat's own movements is exactly the kind of detail that deserves a direct, on-the-record explanation from whoever was actually aboard during those trips. Was it the boat's owner alone? Was anyone else present? Did it have anything to do with Nolan at all? Or was it a completely separate errand that simply happened to occur on the same evening he was still missing? Right now, nobody outside a small circle of people actually knows, and the public record doesn't offer an answer. The Marine Resources Report identifies specific people connected to the investigation at this early stage. It states that the boat's owner, his mother, and one other individual reportedly with Nolan on the day of the incident have all cooperated with the investigation. This is worth noting carefully. It's the first official document, rather than a secondhand claim from an attorney or a leaked private message, to directly confirm that an adult, specifically the boat's owner, is connected to this case in some formal capacity. That lines up, at least partially, with Elmore's earlier public claim that an adult was present on the boat that day, a claim we previously noted hadn't been independently confirmed. This report doesn't fully confirm Elmore's specific account either, but it does.
The adult was the one initiating the boys in. Damn. Oh, y'all want to be a part of this? We're going to have to knock one of them off. That's cold. Nah. Allegedly. Hey, nah, allegedly, though, for real, though.
Established that an adult's involvement is now part of the official record, not just a family member's assertion. The mention of the boat owner's mother cooperating is also worth sitting with. It suggests the investigation, even in this early marine resources phase, was already reaching beyond just the young people directly involved that day,
but he is giving us good
into
info.
the surrounding adult family members connected to the boat itself. That's a broader circle of cooperation than most public accounts of this case have described up to this point, and it raises its own natural question. What did the boat owner's mother know or need to explain that made her part of this early cooperation as well? Up to this point, almost everything driving this case has been testimonial. Somebody said this, somebody else said that, a witness recalled hearing an argument, a family member remembers a conversation a certain way. GPS data is different in kind, not just in degree. It doesn't rely on anyone's memory, anyone's honesty, or anyone's willingness to come forward. It's a mechanical record, generated automatically, independent of what anyone later chooses to say about that day. That doesn't make it perfect evidence. GPS data tells you where a vessel was, not who was on it, what was happening on board, or why any particular trip occurred. But it does something crucial that testimony alone can't. It gives investigators, and now the public, a fixed, objective skeleton, a real timeline that every witness account can now be measured against.
I bet you when they took
if somebody's
that picture,
story
he
doesn't
wasn't
match what the
thinking
GPS
nothing
data
about them
shows,
boys
that's
finna
no
do
longer
some
a matter of
crazy
one
shit.
person's word against another's. It's a documented fact sitting there that any account either fits or doesn't. This is actually how a lot of complex investigations eventually get resolved, not through a single dramatic confession or a single decisive piece of evidence, but through the slow, careful process of cross-referencing testimony against hard data, one detail at a time. Every witness account in this case can now be checked against this timeline. Does what Javon Williams described line up?
Blue chews. 4 ingredients. Works on the body, works on the brain. 15 minutes to kick in, lasts 36.
Good morning. I'm attorney Ben Crump, along with attorney Lisa Park, attorney Eric Harris, Justin Preston, and Cliff Jones. We have the honor of representing the family of Nolan Wells. We have present with us his mother and father, Christine and Elmore.
For the first time since their son's body was recovered,
Why he always
Nolan Wells'
mention her
parents
first?
held a conference meeting with the district attorney herself. And on the same day, their legal team confirmed something else. A private, independent investigation staffed with...
Most ED treatments do one thing, if anything at all. Find the...
Nolan Wells' autopsy
What
result.
do all that? I can't just go back to the home page. Refresh this bitch.
That there will be a grand jury.
Oh, they got their shit back. Why this dude got pink? Yeah.
Reading on Nolan Wells. So, he's an 18.
Yeah.
Hey, let me drive this car home. You could let me drive.
I could, I'm not.
Oh, so you're just gonna be a... All right.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. Today's story has a lot.
Alright, so I'm gonna get ready to mic everyone. So I'm gonna grab the Hollyland Larks and find a good spot on each person to put them. So I have my four mics here for 4 talent. So alright, let's figure it out. Short film life, you know, making it work.
That's funny. She's gonna mic.
Yeah, I think we're gonna cheat with where your hair is to just cover the mic. So I'm gonna just clip it right here.
With the hair, with the hair right there.
All right, let's see. Can I zip this down?
Yeah.
We got it here. Oh, perfect. I'm just gonna clip this right here, and that should be
okay.
That should be good. On, and I'm gonna just clip that. Boom, right there. I just don't want this chain to hit the mic, so you could keep it on, or maybe take it off. Yeah.
Oh.
I just don't want it to hit the microphone.
Yeah.
Do you have an undershirt on or not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I'm gonna just clip this onto your undershirt. We'll see if it's bulging through. We will figure it out. Kind of cheat. All right, let's get all the Hollylands on. And then I have to change input 1 to be the hot shoe. And then number 2, mic 2 to be hot shoe number 2. And all right, let's see how that sounds. See if we hear everyone okay. All right, I'm only hearing ruffling from 1. Can you just go like this for me real quick? I just want to see. Okay, I think it might. Yeah, keep talking. Let me just get the gentleman in the black. Let me just mute everyone real quick. Okay, yeah. So I'm getting a little bit of noise from that one. So it could be the windbreaker material is slightly touching it. So. Give me chewing gum. I mean, it'll definitely pick it up, but let me see if I clip it onto. Nothing on the thing. Yeah. Right. There's nothing under this shirt, right? Okay. All right, let's try that. Let's see. All right, so he's purple. Yeah, that feels A lot better. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Great. And then, okay, coffee. Thanks so much, coffee. All right. So now we're gonna test someone else's mic. Can you say hello real quick? Can you say hello? Okay, perfect. This one is yours. All right. And let me just see you. Just say what you had for breakfast. Steak and egg. All right. It's clean. Audio's clean. I love that. Okay, great. All right. So I'm gonna mute you. So you two guys are on the top. And then if I come down here, Kijan, can you say hello? Okay, so that's your mic. You are yellow down here. It's sounding clean. Okay. And then in the pink hat, what's your name? Cat. Yeah, that's sounding good. Yeah. Can you get your hair to cover the mic a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. That works. All right. I may move it back up higher where I had it because I don't think your mic was the issue. Yeah. Kat, can you count to 10 for me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think we're good. Smiley, I think we're good on yeah, on audio. Feeling good. All right, so now I'm setting up the settings on the mic to make the gain medium. So while they're having conversation, I'm listening, just making sure everything sounds good. And then as a backup, I'm going to be recording directly to the mics themselves. So everyone is mic'd up. And then I'm going to be using the FX2 to get some close-up shots. But I think we might be able to let go of the boom. I think we can do without the boom. All right, that's all for sound, you guys. Let me know if you have any questions on this setup. I am the chef guy, and you just got the recipe.
You only been to Brooklyn, so.
Or Mike Tyson. Don't forget Mike Tyson.
Okay, Brooklyn again. You ain't leave out of Brooklyn yet. Jordan was born here. I know you Southern cats out there gonna try to claim, oh, Mike was raised in North Carolina. Woo, woo. He was born in Brooklyn, B.
All right, so I'm gonna get ready to mic everyone.
Damn, he was born in Brooklyn, B. I ain't even know that, I don't think.
Today. This morning, with a community clamoring for answers about the death of 18.
Where we at? Fuck it, I just wanted to tap in with y'all and make sure y'all was up on that Nolan Wells. Hey, justice for Nolan Wells. One love, one thug. I'm out, y'all. I appreciate y'all.